What's up, guys? We just had earlier today, we had a big campfire chat discussing all of the changes coming in Season 4. There's some spicy ones. I'm really excited to kind of dig into most of what they talked about today. It was like a 2-hour stream. They were going over everything, but there's a lot to it. We're going to jump right in and just dig in. First and foremost, you're going to see my eyes shoot all over the place. I got notes here. I got screenshots here to look at. We're going to be all over the place. We're going to get through it quickly and, hopefully quickly. Anyway, to kick it off, Season 4 public test round, PTRs, April 2nd to April 9th. We're getting a full week of PTR, which isn't a super long time, but that's good. People can't just fully figure every single thing out possibly in, a week, but we'll see. It's a good thing. PTRs, I think, are needed for a smoother launch experience, so I'm excited for that. And Season 3 also gets an extension. So Season 4 got delayed a little bit. May 14th is the cutoff date for Season 3. There's no PTR currently on console yet. It's only going to be on PC for, the majority of users, I guess, are on PC. But that is what it is for now. If you don't know what a public test round mill is, it's basically you have juiced up characters. Your glyphs are going to be maxed out. Everything's going to be unlocked for you. Just test and play. Just test stuff, play, find bugs, find issues, and report them. That's pretty much a PTR. Or, as most people do these days on PTRs, forge a path and figure out how you're going to play when the season starts so you can get up there fast. That's kind of what most people do. Anyway, into the meat and potatoes of everything. Items are being overhauled. Base item updates, as you can see above my big head here. We have a smaller pool of affixes coming, more relevant and potent affixes. Ranks of a single core skill, so no longer are you going to be getting gloves that give you, +2 to whirlwind and +2 to double swing and +2 to upheaval. It's only going to be one of those instead of, a rainbow of them all. So I don't think very many builds out there were running multi-core skill builds, but I'm sure there was a few. No more. Anyway, only sacred items are going to be dropping in World Tier 3. Only ancestral items are going to be dropping in World Tier 4. I don't know why this wasn't a thing to begin with, but it's here now. Good. Affix values are going to be punchier so they can be felt. They showed some screenshots of some of these affix changes here. I don't know if you can exactly see some of these. But basically what they're doing is they're reducing the number of affixes from 4 to 3 on legendary items and 4 to 2 on rare items. The goals of this is quality over quantity. The best items have a journey. So like you're building it. It's kind of an extension of you instead of, pick this up. Here's this, pick this up kind of thing. But essentially, as you can see here, if you can see it, the old version gives you 41 intelligence, for example. This one gives you 83. So it's like, that's what they meant by punchier. Like the good affixes are just going to be kind of juiced up a little bit. They're also getting rid of some of the weird affixes. So, everyone makes the damage on Tuesdays thing, but, it is true. There's a reason that it's there. A lot of these affixes are getting cut. And we're going to be left with like stat affixes, damage affixes, things of that nature. Instead of, when you're half health, you deal 50% more damage or something of the sort, So that's a good thing that's coming out. Affix is going to be just flat out better. What do they go to next? Additional updates. Legendary items drop from monsters level 95 plus are always 925. This is huge. This is good. Gems are going to be simpler, better, and have a much longer crafting tail. Basically, I think the stats that they're going to be giving us is just going to be more simplistic, but better overall. Salvage and crafting and rewards are all retuned. Significantly reduced item drop rates. We're going to be getting a lot less, but if things are better, what their goal is, what they say right here, is less time sorting, more time slaying. This is a good thing because how many times have you been in a dungeon or a vault, especially a vault, where maybe you forgot to dismantle everything in your inventory because it's all garbage. You forgot to do that. You jumped into a new vault and some good items are dropping, but you're starting to get packed up on items and you can't really pour it out, or you're going to lose your buff, your Zoltan Cool thing. And I don't know. It's just a headache to kind of go back to town, sift through everything. I did more reading than I did slaying, and this is going to fix that. This is a good thing. Items re-rolling are going to have a gold cost cap, which is great. You can no longer brick your items because they cost 100 mil to re-roll every time. Thank you. Material removal and consolidation. So a lot of the outworld materials that you find, the blue plants in the swamp, all the other random things. They're taking pale tongues out, for example. They're taking out a lot of things and just consolidating it. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. It did add a little flavor, but that flavor got stale over time. Forgotten Souls from Whispers and rare drop globally from Elites. That's good. You always run out of Forgotten Souls, at least early game. Additional update. Uniques are going to appear earlier in the leveling experience. Many uniques can drop in World Tier 1 and 2. That's a good thing. All uniques can drop in World Tier 3. And Uber uniques can start dropping from monsters level 55. And they always drop 925. So that's a good thing. The leveling process will get a little bit less bland. Uber uniques are probably still going to be that, the dragon that everyone chases still. Obviously, the drop rates are going to be better on Duriel and Andariel now. But the chance, that carrot on a stick dangling, that kind of, it helps. It helps keep you active, keep you alive. You see a helm drop, might be a Shaco, but, it's a good thing. It's a positive thing. Tempering is a new crafting system. It's going to allow us to add more affixes. As you noticed earlier, we only got like 2 or 3 affixes on items now, depending on rare or legendary. Well, now you can add more. You get these manuals that drop. There's no target farming them. Tempering attaches 1 affix from the manual. You can reroll affixes up to the item's tempering durability. If you've played Last Epoch, kind of like that, in a sense. Here's an example. Ancestral items can have 2 tempered affixes from different categories. Well, here's a manual natural motion. So as you can see, here's new affixes that they've added. You can see it gives movement speed for 4 seconds after killing an elite. Mobility cooldown reduction, so your teleports or your leaps, things like that. Also evade cooldown reduction. Now here's one that they were showcasing for like bone necromancers, just some of the things to give an example. So you have a chance for bone splinters projectiles to cast twice. You have a chance for bone spear projectiles to cast twice. You have an explosion size for bone spirit to increase and bone storm duration increase. These are really neat. These are new affixes, guys. Like, and finally Blizzard's like doing a little bit different, like kind of, I guess, buffs in a way, or just mixing it up a little bit. This is exactly what D4 needs, honestly. Things like this and more things like this. Here's just a little bit. My head's kind of covering a little bit here. I apologize, but this is like what the UI is going to look like. You're going to have your tempered affixes 0 out of 2, tempered durability remaining at 5. So I figure every time you do this, this goes down. But this is an amulet. Obviously, it can do offensive, defensive, resource, mobility, utility, but it can't do weapons because that's, well, obviously your weapons. So just things to keep in mind. Like I said, this is just a UI example of what this looks like. It'll be really interesting to dig into this. Greater affixes is a thing that's coming. Basically, they have this little like shiny thing around them, not just the orange light up glow, but little sprinkles or something. I have no idea. You can't really see it. I'm going to zoom in for a second. Hopefully you can see this Roman numeral 2 right there. That means that it has a greater affix on it. So more powerful versions of normal affixes, 1.5x multiplier on the affix max roll. So it's pretty cool. Only appears on ancestral legendaries and uniques. Now if I scroll down here, you can see right here it has a max roll of 126 int on some gloves. This is dirty. 75% crit strike damage as well. Like, that's pretty cool. I'm kind of excited for this. Masterworking is like late game crafting. It improves the value of your current affixes. There's 12 upgrade ranks. Most ranks are going to be slightly increase the value of all affixes every 4 ranks. A single affix is going to be massively upgraded. So as you can see, they show rank 2, rank 3, and rank 4 here of the band of exposed flesh. Now, the number you want to pay attention to, I think they were showcasing, was the max life here. It goes from 880 at rank 1, or rank 2, I'm sorry. 920 at rank 3, and then it starts to go up higher at rank 4 into 1120. You can see the min and the max roll here as well. Now, I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work. Even in the Campfire Chat, it was just a little bit convoluted to an extent. But I'm sure as days go by, we're going to see more and more examples. They even said that this example was a little bit bugged because things were not raising up, like this crit strike chance wasn't going up or something like that. It's a current build, dev build, so there's going to be issues like that. But, you know, I'm just kind of waiting and seeing. This looks interesting to me, though. Kind of excited for it. New uniques coming. This is just one that they showcased off. One of a few. Tyrael's Might, basically you get the artillery shrine when you're full health. Kind of a little bit of Zelda going on here. Full health, shooting beams kind of thing. Neat, flavorful, but we'll see if it's useful or not. They're doing some class updates, which is really neat. They were discussing Frozen Orb. So basically, wherever you click on your screen, that's where Frozen Orb's going to go and blow up. No longer has a set distance. Now, if you're playing with a controller, I can't tell you how hard or easy this will be. I'm sure it'll probably be roughly the same. But with a mouse keyboard, you can aim, and that's going to kind of be a really cool thing to do. Also, let's see here. Necromancer minions and Druid minions are getting 100% of the player's stats now. Not a bad thing here. I do still feel, I've said it before in previous videos, I still feel that minions overall are just kind of broken at the seams. You can buff them all they want. They just have to be, their foundation feels broken. I don't know. Like, they don't feel like they're there half the time. Like, enemies just ignore them, run straight to you, etc., etc. I don't know if this is intended, but it feels wrong. When I'm playing a Necromancer and I have so many skeletons in front of me and enemies just like, zoop, run right by, it's like, well, it just feels weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm too used to Diablo 2 Necromancer. I don't know. But anyway, buffs are buffs. This is a big buff. Book of Dead upgrades as well. Some game balance ideas here. So the landscape of everything is changing pretty drastically. Itemization is changing a lot. A lot. Itemization is being radically changed. Many class updates will change things a lot. Expect a shakeup of how things perform. Not doing a normal list of everything that could be perceived as a nerf today. You'll be able to see everything in the PTR. Basically, what they're saying is kind of throw most of the stuff that you knew about Diablo 4 out the window and go into this with fresh eyes and try to re-experience the game again and relearn the game again, because there's so much changing. The core of the game is still going to be there, right? For better or for worse. But the way items are changing, the way that's going to fundamentally change the game, it's kind of big. Oh boy. For us hardcore players, they're removing the Elixir of Death evasion from the game. So, and they've also redesigned Flame Shield's enchantment. Before, Flame Shield acted like a death potion, basically. Could only happen once every 2 minutes. Well, now Flame Shield automatically activates after cumulatively, pardon my French, losing 100% maximum life. It can only happen once every 30 seconds. So there's no more cheat deaths in this game. I kind of hope that they do another rundown of, say, Uber Lilith or things that one-shot majorly in this game without using some kind of cheese tactic. I really hope that they do away with things like that, because that makes hardcore not fun. When you know that someone is flinging a billion rocks your way, and if you get touched in the tippy toe by one of them, you're dead. That's not fun. So I don't see myself doing Uber Lilith on hardcore without a death potion. Just saying. We'll see. We'll see. But it will make the game more fun overall, though, I think. Because, I mean, it was your seatbelt. You just put it on before you went anyway. Anyway, Helltide updates. This is big. This is big. So, Helltide updates, they now show up in World Tier 1 and 2. That's big. We got some other way to level now. Higher density. New threat meter builds. New threat meter will build up while you kill monsters, and it spawns a Hellborn. Basically, if you guys remember in Season 2, the little clones that would spawn and chase you down, and sometimes they would one-shot you. Basically that. There's going to be ambushes. They showed a video off that was pretty cool. Like, you build up this little meter. I don't know if I took a screenshot of it or not. I didn't. Basically, there's a little meter in the top right of your screen, and once that fills up, ambushes start to happen on you. And it's nothing crazy. It's nothing wild, but the meter starts to deplete as these ambushes happen, and it's just more enemies to kill. There's a Blood Maiden public event boss that's going to be coming to Helltide. New mini events, harbingers to keep things fresh. I love Helltide personally, so this is all great to me. I know a lot of people hate Helltides; they see them as boring, but I personally love them. I mean, now they spawn every hour or 55 minutes or something. I love Helltide, so this is big bonus for me. There's boss ladder updates. New challenger awaits Andariel. Can't say I'm super excited about this. I mean, I'll do the fight. It'll be great first few times, but it'll be just like Duriel. So the drop table is going to be the same as Duriel. Summoning parts come from beasts in the ice and Lord Zir. So essentially, if you want to do Andariel, you run dungeons and Beast of Ice or whatever and Lord Zir. And if you want to do Duriel, you do Lightning Boy and Dead Guy. So choose your poison here. Do you want to run some dungeons to get your parts, or do you want to like do world events and stuff to get your parts? Either way, but this shit sucks. I'm sorry. Like, it gets boring after, the 100th Duriel or now Andariel. I'm sorry. That grind is boring. But anyway, the pit. This is a new thing that they're adding. This is essentially greater rifts from Diablo 3. So basically you have a timer, you're killing things to beat this timer, and at the end you get some loot. You fight a boss and you get some loot. I can't say that I'm really excited about this, but I mean, I get it. Diablo 4 is in a spot right now where it needs stuff to do. Different things to do. Kind of like Andariel, even though that's a mirror of Duriel. It's stuff to do. This game sorely needs stuff to do. So I'm for it at the end of the day. I'm not going to be that excited about it because I just don't like this style of things. Maybe eventually we'll get something like Monoliths from Last Epoch. I really enjoy those. Or, some other kind of like in-game iteration of dungeon running. Overall, though, I'm not finished yet. One of the better things that's coming, I forgot to tell you, the Codex changes. Oops. Codex changes. We don't have that anymore. So whenever you extract a legendary, you used to get like this extra thing that your aspect. You would get your aspect, and it would eat up more inventory than anything in the game. So suddenly that's all gone. Whatever you salvage now, you don't extract anymore, but whatever you salvage, the highest roll that you get is going to go to your book, and you can use it over and over and over. This is a godsend. Thank you. Thank you. If there's one thing from this patch outside of the itemization changes and stuff, this is like right there. I cannot tell. I could log into my character right now and show you how many stash tabs are just eat up because I'm dumb. I hoard, I guess. I have so many aspects just saved up, and I'm like, yes, I'm gonna use this someday. Never do. Anyway, that change is huge. It's huge. I'm so thankful that that's coming in. Outside of that, I think I tapped on most of the big things that they did today. Like I said, it was a 2-hour stream. There was a lot of information that was being tossed out. I tried to catch most of it, rewatched it even, tried to catch some more things and put it up in our Diablo News Discord. But my thoughts on it, I'm not a fan of the pit. I'm not the biggest fan of Andariel, but everything else, everything else is positive. This is what Diablo needs. It's what D4 needs. So I'm really excited and happy for Season 4. I'm glad that Season 3 got an extension because I've been really slow on getting through all my season journey and everything. Been really slow on that this time of the year because there's so many games coming out. Been playing Rebirth, gonna play Dragon's Dogma, all this fun stuff coming out. But D4 will always be there. So with that, I bid you adieu. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the Campfire Chat if you watched it? Did I miss anything? I'm sure I missed some important things here in this video. I tried to make it quick. But what are you most excited about? Is it itemization changes? Are you excited for the pit? I know a lot of people are excited for the pit. Maybe not me, but most people are. Let me know in the comment sections below. Y'all take care. Y'all be good. And hopefully see you on Diablo sometime soon.